All right. What is creatine? Well, let's get into it. You should be taking creatine. Everybody in here should be taking creatine, whether you're male, female. My 15-year-old son, he takes creatine. Creatine basically, like, it boosts ATP production. So ATP is it's like your body's primary energy source, like during short, intense bursts of activity, like sprinting, but mainly for lifting weights. So it's basically going to give your body more power to lift weights. It's going to improve your strength and your power too. Like it just makes you all around stronger. It's gonna make you your muscle. It's gonna enhance your muscle growth. It's gonna allow you to lift heavier, perform more reps. It even speeds up your recovery. Now, I've been talking about creatine forever, and I've always like studied it, and I always knew about the cognitive benefits of it. Like it has cognitive benefits, like brain benefits, and those things are just coming into fruition now. Um, like in the fitness space, you know what I mean? And now it's starting to be put in um, like multivitamins for older people. It's really, really beneficial for older people, especially cognitively. But for you guys should be taking creatine. Now, the number one thing is, but is it going to make me gain weight? And if I'm being honest, yeah, it's going to make you gain a pound or two. Is it going to make you look bigger or look bulkier or look fatter or look anything like that? No, because what it's doing, it's literally pulling water. So like the water that you consume, that you drink or from fruit, it's literally pulling water inside of your muscles. So it's not on the outside of your muscles, it's on the inside of your muscles. So you can't even see it. It'll make you a little more aesthetic. So it'll make like your muscles like look a little better. Like if that's the look you're going for. If you're going for that tone look, you're trying to burn fat and you're trying to build muscle, right? It's going to give you that aesthetic look a little more just because it's pulling water into your muscles to make your muscles like, a little bit bigger. But so many people freak out because they're like, oh, I'm going to gain a pound or two on the scale. And it's not even like it's fat. It's obviously not fat gain, but it's not even like it's weight gain because it's not even like it looks like it doesn't even look like inflammation or anything. You know what I mean? Um, a lot of times, like if you're right, people think that it's going to make them look like pudgier, and that's just not how it works. Creatine is freaking amazing. You should absolutely be taking it. I can link you up with Thorne. You should get it from Thorne, because I can discount you 35% off. And it's all you need is create. There's no one creatine that's better than another creatine. You want to take creatine monohydrate. That's all you want to take. There's other forms of creatine, and they claim that it's it's a lie. Um, Creatine monohydrate is all that you need, and you take it every single day. You take it 5 grams a day, and that's it. Doesn't matter what time you take it. Just try to take it consistently. Just try to take it every day. I take mine post-workout. Some people take it pre-workout. Some people take it when they wake up and they put it in their coffee. Just take it consistently, 5 grams a day. And if anybody wants to be linked up with Thorne, Thorne is one of the companies that I work with. I'm able to discount you guys 35% off all their supplements. Thorne.com, Thorne.com. I can't discount you guys on their tests, but I can discount you on all their supplements by 35%. I don't make a penny off of it. Um, they gave me the opportunity to discount you guys between 0 and 35%. If I discount you 0% or 5%, I get to keep that other percentage of it. But I don't do that because you guys are my clients. I give you guys the biggest discount that I can because I'm not trying to make a few dollars off Ash's creatine. You know what I mean? I would rather Ash take the creatine and get like kick-ass results and that's that. You know what I mean? I don't make any money off Thorn or Legion. Legion, they give me like points if somebody uses my code, and I don't really care about that. You know what I mean? I just try to give you guys the double rewards points because that's more important, you know? But Thorn is the most well-researched company. They work with the UFC fighters, and they are the Olympians vitamin dealer, you know? So if anybody wants me to link them up with Thorn after the call, just shoot me a message and I will add you to my dispensary. I have to like send you an email and you will have access to 35% off everything off their site. All right. We got the creatine question. We have more. Somebody has something. I know we have more questions. Don't be shy. I gave blood today. Um, and the only appointment was a Power Red appointment. I've never done Power Red before. Power Red, I guess like it's like more intense. Like they take more blood, but then they put the blood back into you and they spin it. But like they take the red blood cells. So I am like super iron depleted. So I actually ordered some Thorne. Thorne has the best. If you Google like who has the best iron supplement, it's literally Thorne because Thorne is like the only one that has this iron like biglycinate, which is super easy on the stomach. You guys know I have gut issues, so I'm gonna be able to like replenish my iron super quickly. But I was looking it up on like Instacart and like while I was getting my blood done, and I'm like w looking for better forms of it, and even at CVS, it's just not good forms of it. So if you can get it from Thorne, get it from Thorne. Like I got it from Amazon. Like like I would normally get it from my account, but I got it from Amazon. It was $14 and it'll be here between 4 and 8 a.m. And I'll be on my way to replenishing my iron stores, which is super important when you work out because I am super tired right now and like I probably can't even work out tomorrow. It's going to impact my recovery. It's going to impact my workouts for the next couple of weeks. Giving blood is like crazy, and Power Red is super intense. But did you know that you burn 500 calories around when you give a regular blood donation? And the Power Red is 980 calories because your body is like, my body is freaking out right now. It's like working to like replenish and get back to some sort of baseline. But the side effect of that is just not feeling too hot, and um, worse recovery from the workouts. And I'm probably not going to want to work out tomorrow. But my plan was this is a deload week for me anyway. Like, you guys know what a deload week is. I explained to most of you guys what it is. It's when you cut your training in half and you do it for a week. It's good to do like every 3 to 4 months. Some people say like every 2 to 3 months. I like to do it every 3 to 4 months. And it's tough. Like it's tough for me. So my plan, I haven't really worked out since Thursday. And so my plan was to do upper body today, lower body tomorrow. I did upper body today. I cut all the weight in half. I lowered my volume by half, cut some sets out, but I still lifted 44,000 pounds. It was funny because I hit every single muscle in my upper body. But um, tomorrow was supposed to be leg day, but it's looking like leg day might be Wednesday. And it's only going to be a light leg day anyway. It's going to be a deload leg day. But I know I'm not going to feel good because of what I just did. So a multivitamin. Did I miss a question? So a multivitamin, yes or no? Depends. It always depends. So one thing I want to get out there is I know you like greens powders like AG1. Like I want to make sure that you guys aren't getting scammed by that. AG1 is like the most famous greens powder. All greens powders are mostly multivitamins. Did you know that? That's all they are. Greens powders are multivitamins, 99% of them. AG1, they have Joe Rogan, they have all these Max Lugavere, all these high-end people promoting it. And it's so expensive. It is such a ripoff. My stepmom was on that train and she's like, hey, I got you some because like she got like a double order and she gave me some. It's freaking, and any but anybody smart in the fitness space will tell you this. That it's just a freaking multivitamin. That's all it is. So don't get caught into that AG1 scam. There are other greens powders that are still beneficial. Like if you're not like getting vitamins and nutrients, yeah, AG1 is going to be beneficial, but don't get scammed into that. If you're looking for a good greens powder, I use thorns personally, but I rarely use it. You know what I mean? I eat my vegetables. I eat fruit. So greens powder is unnecessary. But um when I got home last night, like I didn't have vegetables. Like I didn't have any greens for a couple days because I was traveling and when I got back from Anguilla, like I totally supplemented with some greens powder just to like get me back up to baseline. You know what I mean? Some good greens powder, not AG1. But as for a multivitamin, yes, yes. If for you, yes. For everybody in here, yes, absolutely. For all my clients, yes. Even for me, yes. I take a multivitamin. I take an organ supplement, like a beef organ supplement. Um, I think it's always good to cover all your bases because even if you're eating like all the right food, you're not like hitting every single nutrient. Like I follow like a lot of people on social media and like they do reviews of other people's diets and they calculate their macronutrient. Like I am on top of that, you know what I mean? But even me, like I know I don't hit my 100% every day. None of you guys do, you know? It's so hard. Like vitamin E is in nothing. It's like so hard to get vitamin E. But so I think supplementing with a multivitamin is good. But it's good to focus on whole foods. You know what I mean? That's what I try to do. But I don't know if like there's ever been a day when I hit like every single nutrient. You know what I mean? And the cool thing is you can track it in apps now, like Chronometer, which is the other app that we can use on my app, other than MyFitnessPal. You can calculate and macro factor also. And I know Nadia, she's not in here, uses macro factor. They're both macro factor and chronometer are my favorite apps, but MyFitnessPal is like a really good one just because it was like one of the first ones and it's the one that everybody's used to, you know? So I'm glad I'm appreciative that links with my app, but my app is gonna have a tracking system soon. But from my experience, I've been through this two times with Trainer Eyes and with My Coach AI. When they released the in-app tracker, when Everfit's it's gonna suck. It is gonna suck. So just something to be aware of. You know what I mean? It's probably gonna be like 6 months before it's actually good. And then they're gonna like charge me to give access to you guys. They're probably gonna charge me like a couple $1,000 for the year. So I'm gonna wait until it's good before I give it to you guys. You know what I mean? Because right now you can track on. It'll just be easier. So then you don't have to track on MyFitnessPal. Everything would be in the Everfit app. You know what I mean? But that is in the future. That's probably, let's say if they get that out like by the end of January. Well, they'll probably have it out by the end of this month, but probably by the end of January. It wouldn't be till April that I even looked into it because I don't want to give you guys like I don't want to give you guys a subpar product. You know what I mean? And to have you, I don't want to get complaints and glitches, and we're not testing it for them. Let them do it. You know what I mean? And we'll get it when it's ready and good to go. You guys can use MyFitnessPal and Chronometer. So yes, on the multivitamin, Tim, absolutely. Just make sure you get a good one, like from Thorne. Thorne has an AM and PM. That's the one that I take. They have an AM and a PM. And then they also have something called advanced nutrients. And I love the advanced nutrients because you're just covering everything, you know? But you don't want to take too much of the multivitamins either, you know, because you could over toxify yourself because there's some like heavy doses in there, some of the stuff, you know? So any other questions? Come on, guys. Anything that your heart desires.
Yeah, I have a question. Um, what is your opinion on intensity of cardio post lift and whether or not that makes a difference on building muscle?
Well, it definitely makes an impact on building muscle. With the intensity, if you want to go super, super, super intense, I would only do that like how many days is your program? 4. So I would maybe like depending on how much you want to do intense cardio, I would save it for 2 rest days. And you can still do cardio post workout, but you shouldn't have that much energy post workout either. You know what I mean? I want you to like crush yourself in the gym. So like by your third set of each exercise, you're like, oh, like that intensity is hitting you. You know what I mean? So then you're like, oh, do I really want to do the intense cardio right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I never want to do it,
no,
but
neither
I
do
make
I.
myself do it.
So I do mine, like I do my cardio. I'm cutting right now. Like I was cutting. I'm like at the very end of a cut. And I do my cardio at like 6 in the morning. I wake up, I do my cardio at 6 in the morning. Everybody is different. Like not everybody has the time that I have to go to the gym either. You know what I mean? And then I do my workout at like 12, 1 o'clock. But in between that, I'm replenishing my body in between that time. Because if I did cardio at 6 in the morning and then I just went and did my workout at 12 or 1 without having any protein, without eating any carbs, it's like the same thing as doing cardio right before your workout. You're kind of like kicking your ass and you're not like giving yourself like the opportunity to crush it. You know what I mean? So that's not exactly what you're saying. You're saying cardio after your workout. I would save it for the two super intense days. Like you could even do three intense. Like you could even, if you want to, you could do three intense days. But the other ones just do like steady state, nothing too intense. You know, you want to like run on an incline, like save that for your off days. Like, you don't want to do that after a leg day. You know. Anything else?
Sorry, I have
Anybody else?
one
Oh,
more
you can ask more
question.
than one question. Let's go.
So okay, so right now I'm still in a calorie deficit. So should I save lifting heavy for when I'm building muscle or does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I like to program, honestly, I it's all relative. Like I was always taught that. I always heard that. I always heard that. I wasn't taught that. I always thought that. Like, oh, bulking, you better lift heavy. If you're cutting, you should do endurance. Like you should do 15 reps or more. But and that's kind of still the way if like you asked me, if like I would say just yeah, do the endurance and then save the heavy lift. But it doesn't matter in the end because at the end it's the volume. In the end, it's the volume. In the end, and that's all that matters in the end. So many people think, oh, you can't build muscle if you're doing 15 reps. It's just not true. You do have to switch it up though. You do have to do 10 to 12 reps. You do have to do six to, it's really, really good to switch it up. And a lot of ladies are afraid to lift 6 to 8 reps, like lower. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot of people in my who will come into my program and we'll go through the hyper. I start everybody usually at the hypertrophy phase, depending on what they were doing before we were doing anything together, which is usually between 8 and 12 reps. And I'll tell them sometime, okay, we're gonna make it much heavier, and we're gonna go down to 6 reps. And a lot of people are like, no, no, I'm gonna get too bulky. That's just because that's just what we think, what we've heard, you know. But you can just get just as bulky doing endurance, doing 15 reps or more. You know what I mean? So it's all relative. I will be changing it for you very soon anyway, and we'll just chat about that. Um, the- you know what I mean? I would prefer like to do your endurance now, so like you feel more like a freaking badass when you're lifting heavy and like you're bulky and you're like, yeah, you know what I mean? So, but it's all the same. And as a man, and I'll be honest, as a man, and I'm sure Tim can vouch for me too, we don't like the endurance phase at all. You know what I mean? Like, but it still builds muscle, but it sucks. Like, I like to lift heavy. I don't want to like lift something like, because it's harder to judge that. Like, I can do it now. Like, that 14th and 15th rep of the endurance phase is going to crush me. You know what I mean? And, like, it still hurts, but it doesn't hurt as good as lifting heavy, you know? All right. Anybody else? Anything else from anyone? There's no stupid questions. Anything that you guys, and I should have put like what I normally do is I say drop your questions in that comment thread. And I never did that. So the people that couldn't be here should have been able to ask a question, but I messed up. I'm trying to get like back to baseline. It has been like a crazy, crazy. So I had my best challenge ever 1 week. And then I brought so many of you beautiful people into the group, into, my atmosphere as a client. Then I had to go to Anguilla for my sister's wedding. And then I had to go to my grandfather's. And I feel so off balance. I just want to get back on balance. I just want to get back on balance. That's my goal for the week. I tried getting back on balance last week, and my computer, that didn't really help. And then the thing with my grandfather, but I just want to get back to baseline. And today it didn't happen, but it's going to happen this week. I have so many resources for you lately, for you guys too. I have this Christmas resource. I just got to like basically upload it. It's already finished. Um, I have so much content coming. Like I have 35 videos, like beach videos from Anguilla. I have gym videos. I have some kitchen videos, but I haven't really been posting much. I'll be honest. I have been focusing on my grandfather. I've been focusing on like some other stuff, some family stuff that I don't want to deal with, but it's almost over. It's gonna be all good. And my grandfather, he's 95 years old. Like I said, I don't need sympathy. He's 95 years old. He's lived such an amazing freaking life. I don't know if I want to live to 95 to be honest, after hanging out with him. Couple, but I told him like it's not looking good, honestly. It's his 70th anniversary next week, and my son's going down there. And my son and like all the family is going down there, like cousins, uncles, I'm not going because I wanted to go and get him to myself. You know what I mean? Like I wanted him to myself. I wanted to actually have the opportunity to do what I did. And I just told him, I'm like, I'll come down next month, for another night if if you let me, you know what I mean? And but honestly, it's like 50-50. He makes it to next week, I think, to his anniversary. And it's like a huge, it's like so upsetting. Like I knew it was bad, so I went down there. Like I knew it was bad, but like to actually be there while he's choking, like while he's trying to eat, and it's like you're going down there to say goodbye, and then you actually go to leave, and it's like you're fucking saying goodbye to somebody who you know is gonna die. It's like really strange. It was a strange experience to say the least. It's very took me out of momentum. It's really like affected me, and it's just like odd. You know what I mean? Like I'm not sad about it. Like he's lived 90, but like saying goodbye to him and like possibly never seeing him again is just really freaking weird. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know, but like I said, I hope on January 15th I'm flying down there again. You know what I mean? I told him I'd fly down there for a night. I'm like, you have to let me. And then my grandmother's like, "What? You're not going to come if I'm going to be here?" I'm like, ah, but you know, um, beta alanine, like I don't know if you bought beta alanine separate. You shouldn't be. So beta alanine's in pre-workout. So that would be in your pre-workout. Um, that's the thing. That's the stuff that gives you the tingles. That's just like one ingredient of a pre-workout. It's usually that caffeine, um, L-citrulline, which is just like an amino acid. Uh, but did you buy that like separately? Huh. Interesting. So yeah, that's going to give you the tingles. So you should also look into a stim-free pre-workout. You should look into Legion's pre-workout. I wish I would have known that because Legion's pre-workout is here. I'll go get mine and tell you what's in it. So this is Legion's stim-free pre-workout. Like they also have a regular pre-workout, but their pre-workout, each scoop is 175 milligrams of caffeine. So I do one scoop of their regular or pre-workout, which is 175 milligrams, and one scoop of their stim-free, which means no caffeine in it. But it has the same ingredients other than the caffeine as the regular pre-workout. Because if I took two scoops, which is the regular dose of the regular pre-workout, that's 350 milligrams of caffeine, and I don't need that much. So, the ingredients in this, Tim, are L-citrulline, beta-alanine, beta-andronose, and alpha GPC, which is helps keep you focused. But I would definitely look into this, and plus it's going to taste a lot better than some plain beta-alanine. I'll I can link you up with that right after. And I like the sour candy flavor personally, but they have a bunch of good flavors. They have like watermelon, strawberry lemonade. But I don't know if they sh I think they ship to Canada. I think. Legion might not ship to Canada now that I'm thinking, but maybe you can look on Amazon. Any other questions? Should everyone do a pre-workout? No. If you don't need a pre-workout, you don't need a pre-workout. You know what I mean? I would recommend taking a stim-free pre-workout. It's only going to help you. But if you don't need caffeine for your workout, like if you can get away without it, I would roll with it. You know what I mean? I'm like 43 and I intake more caffeine than I ever did in my entire life right now. And I wish like I do caffeine fasts and stuff like every 3 to 6 months. Like I do like a 2 week caffeine fast. So torture. It's like a week of headaches. But I'm struggling with starting one. Like I tried starting one in Anguilla. I tried starting one last week. I'm struggling because when I wake up, like I sit down, I work, and I drink this. Like this is new tonic. This is the best productivity drink in the world. It's literally cured my ADD. Not cured, but when I drink it, I have less ADD tendencies. But I drink one of those a day. I drink one or two of those a day, and then I'll drink coffee, a couple cups of coffee, or another energy drink, and then my pre-workout. So, and then I'll go lay down in like half an hour and like my heart just beats like a little harder than it used to, you know? And I'm like, that's what it's from, you know? So if you can get away with not taking caffeine and you still can crush it, um, do it. Absolutely. I wish I didn't drink caffeine. I hear people, they're like, oh, I stopped drinking. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I'm jealous. My uncle was telling me about it. He's like, yeah, no more caffeine from. I'm like, what? But like in the morning, like I don't drink caffeine usually for like 90 minutes to 2 hours, just because that was always the rule. I actually made like a TikTok on it and then I had to stitch myself because I was wrong. Like that was always the rule. Like they always said, if you drink caffeine r within 90 minutes of waking up, it causes you to crash more. Um, it causes your cortisol to go up, but they proved it was all garbage. But you still should wait 90 minutes to 2 hours. It'd be good to like cut it down to like start by cutting it like just take one out right now. Go from three to two. You know what I mean? Because and like slowly replace it. Like replace it maybe with something else. Club soda. Like some type of flavored club soda. You know what I mean? Just one of them. Like you can still drink the two Diet Cokes a day, but and it's not like it's just for that's like more of a health thing because Diet Coke doesn't have any calories. It does have a little bit of caffeine. I drink Diet Coke, Coke Zero, um, but it's better than regular Coke. You know what I mean? And then like you'll go on the internet and they'll be like, "Oh no, diet soda is gonna kill you." No, being obese is gonna kill you, you know? Like there's so much misinformation out there and people will fearmonger Diet Coke and Diet Coke's helped so many people lose weight. It's helped so many people hit their goals. There's studies on it, you know what I mean? There's studies that saying people who drink Diet Coke, is it Diet Coke versus like water or something? The Diet Coke people lost more weight. But there's studies, saying other stuff too. There's so many studies out there. So when somebody says there's a study, there's also a study disproving it, okay?
Can I ask one more question? I'm so sorry, everybody.
Of course.
So the since I've been working with you, obviously my workouts have been a little bit more intense, and I've noticed that it's I won't say it's hard for me to stick to my calorie deficit, but it feels harder to
You're
get through the
hungrier.
day. Right, right. So at first I thought it was maybe like diet fatigue because that now I've been in a deficit like 5 months.
No, your
But
muscles are like, feed me.
yeah, fair enough. Okay.
So, best thing to do is roll into maintenance for a little while, then maybe like shift things a little while, just for like do like that reverse that we were talking about, and slowly bring up your calories. Tim's done it a bunch of times, and then we can, just get you back to baseline. You know what I mean? And then like it'll feel good to not be starving. You know what I mean? And then you've been in a deficit for 5 months. That's like a long time. So that's the only reason I'm saying that. It's like that. That's like I've been in a deficit for 4 months, and that's way longer than I wanted to be. It's because I've been dealing with this gut health thing. Like I had gut dysbiosis, and I've been on this regimen, and I'm actually going on the third round next week, but I'm still turning into my bulk. So I have trouble eating. Like I have trouble getting hungry. Like I have to force myself to eat. It's like I'm on a GLP-1. Like I'm on one of those things because I take something in the morning and I take a probiotic in the morning, and then at night I take something that, and then I take like a binder during the day, and then I take something at night that like clears out all the bad bacteria out of my gut. And then the probiotic in the morning builds the new bacteria. So I've been doing this, and it's been 2 rounds, and I am pretty much healed, but I'm not fully healed. Um, so it's really hard for me to eat, and when I don't, but sometimes after I don't eat for a couple days, like if I like eat lower calorie for a couple days, and then I'll work out, I get so hungry. And I've also written programs for myself, like a lot of volume, like hour and a half workouts, 5 days a week, and I can't tell you how hungry I am. And then I know like not to do those while I'm cutting though, you know what I mean? Because it's unnecessary to do that much intensity and kill yourself like that while you're cutting. Because you're not burning calories during the workout. You are burning fat and building muscle right now. Like you are in that sweet spot. But it's nice to shift the focus sometimes. I'm glad that's like a lot less than you're used to, Melissa. But I think that's great that it is less than you're used to, but I still think going from 60 to 40 a day would be super beneficial. Oh, okay. Yeah, he goes to yoga. I like when he goes to yoga. It's calming. I wish I could go to yoga. It was tonight. I missed it. Been very busy. I love yin yoga. Yin yoga is my favorite. It is like the chill yoga, very relaxing. I don't like the intense cardio yoga, but you know. Any other questions? And even if you don't like nail it tomorrow, like you're gonna nail it by next week. You know what I mean? Melissa, so don't like scold yourself if you drink 3 of them tomorrow. It's all good. Just be aware of it now. You know what I mean? And let's just try to scale it back just like a little bit. And like I said, like club soda, I love club soda. And don't fall for those probiotic sodas. Those are not, it's like the same stuff as regular soda. It's like the same thing. Better off drinking a Diet Coke. You shouldn't be getting your probiotics from soda anyway. Get a probiotic. Right. You haven't tried club soda? Oh my gosh, there's so many flavor. There's so much out there. Um, when I was a kid, I used to drink. My mom used to bring it into the house, and all that back then it was vintage seltzer, and I always used to drink Mandarin orange. Now they have crazy, crazy flavors, like and really, really good. So give it a try. There's so much, and it's good, and it's 0 calorie, and it gives you that feeling like a little bit like that carbonation hits you, and it actually helps. I'm not gonna say it helps with weight loss or anything, but I'm not going to say it helps with weight loss or anything, but it helps with it can make you like fill up your stomach a little more because you get the carbonation in your stomach and it makes you like a little bit less hungry, but you can't not eat. Like, it's not what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. That I'm getting messages from clients right now, like, why aren't they in here? Well, that's it. That's all. Hope you guys are have got some value from this. And I hope you guys are doing freaking amazing. We are going to do another one of these either the end of this week or next week. But yeah, and I will start listing. You guys will be able to ask your questions in the comments. So if you miss this, you guys will be able to come back and watch it. All right. All right. Have the best night ever, guys. Thank you guys for showing up, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Have the best night ever.